Hello, everybody. This Brother Speak Up Brother Speak podcast, and I want to take a little minute to talk about something that I find in these talks about relationships and even about society as well. It just seems that people don't want true freedom, and what I mean by that is that they don't want to be free in the sense of being able to do whatever they want without no restrictions. Most people can't handle that. On one hand, there's the people that want to be free, but it's on someone else's dime. There are people who want to be in relationships and have all their freedoms in the relationship, but the person can't be free on their end. Like, if you look at the whole thing with Lucario, the last live stream I did with Lucario, and when he talked about freedom, like the women are free to date whoever, and he's free to date whoever, sleep with whoever, and when that was presented, there was a lot of people that was against that. Not just the women; it was just the men too. They were against that type of freedom because they want freedom, but on someone else's time, someone else's dime. You got women talking about, yeah, I want to do whatever I want to do, but they still want someone else to pay for it. I want to do my education. I want to do my career. I want to do all these different things, but still be under a man and still want a man to protect them and provide for them. But when it's called for to listen to that man, they don't want to do that. You got guys who's talking about, well, I want to have all these different women, but you don't even want to give the woman the freedom to say yay or nay. And so when that is presented, people balk at it. We had the whole thing with the State of the Union address where Biden was talking about cutting all these different fees, but those fees are incurred because of how the fees for the banks, but those fees are incurred because you overdraft, you overspent your money, and it's clear on the paperwork that, hey, you spend more, we're going to tax you. You're going to pay this $33, $30, $33, whatever it is. But instead of, not putting that money in there at all, they want to tell the bank, stop charging fees for holding my money. When the simple solution to not get the fees, don't put your money in the bank. Keep your money on you. And that gives you true control over your money, true freedom. But people don't want freedom like that, true freedom. Like, oh, I don't like how they're treating my kids in the school. Okay, well, take your kids out to school. People balk at that. Oh, I don't like how the violence in the city. Okay, well, leave the community, Move out to these woods out here and carve your own city. Oh, I don't want to do that. We need to fix the community. People really don't want true freedom. People just want to be controlled in some way. Because with true freedom comes with true accountability. If something fails in true freedom, you are responsible. If you choose the wrong person, you are responsible. If you make a wrong move, you are ultimately responsible. You're on your own. And that is true freedom. With the ability to move how you want to move, it's also everything's accountable to you. You can't go around blaming black women. You can't go around blaming society. You can't go around blaming your mommy, your daddy. Ultimately, the responsibility is you. And a lot of people run from that responsibility. A lot of black men run from that responsibility. Because, and one of the ladies asked this question about the men, why the men are acting this way, because they never experienced true freedom. Freedom of choice, freedom to do what you want to do. But with that freedom with that freedom is true accountability. You're accountable to yourself. If you mess up, it's on you. And a lot of men are not used to that. A lot of black men in particular. And let's be honest, a lot of white men are not used to that either. Because you see how they act. True freedom is you are responsible for your own actions. You cannot be blaming the women. And on the women's side, you can't be blaming the men for your choices. I just saw on the live stream this morning with Sexy Red, he had a woman with 8 kids. 8 kids. And you wonder why people are not acting right. It's like you got all these kids and you want somebody to come take care of these kids, but I don't want nobody who's too Christian. And I'm like, wait a second. She's asking for a guy to be accepting that she's gonna be celibate and not want to have sex, at least initially. But the only person that's gonna be willing to do that is a Christian. But she's like, I don't want a Christian because I don't want to be judged. Well, I'm sorry. When you have true freedom, people are going to judge you, and people are going to be like, no, I don't want to fuck with you because you got all these kids. 8 kids at 36. And it was just guy after guy after guy. And it's like, yeah, people will be like, why would I want to deal with you? You don't seem like you will a moral standing. It don't even look right. But you're mad at the person, and you don't want a Christian dude. And the last baby daddy claimed to be a Christian, but he wasn't a Christian because he had sex before marriage, which added to the last baby. But you don't want a Christian. Although a true Christian would be one who would be agreement with the lifestyle that you're trying to live. again, people don't want that true freedom. People want freedom on someone else's dime. And that's the big problem. You want to do what they want to do, but they want it on someone else's dime. They want somebody to come bail them out. They want somebody to protect them. They want somebody to help them out and be understanding. And like, yeah, we can be understanding, but we ain't gonna be sympathetic. And like I told the women on DJ Torch's live stream, you gotta stop supporting weak dudes. You have the freedom to move around. You don't have to support these weak ass dudes. But black women and black men too. Black people support these weak ass dudes, so they never change. It's like when Cynthia G was on the Fox Soul, that podcast, and with this older black woman, she looked at Cynthia G like she was a child, because Cynthia G, I want to date out, and these people are holding me back. I'm like, well, who's holding you back? Nobody's oppressing you. You can choose to do what you want to do, but nobody wants that true freedom, because they don't have a safety net. They don't have nobody to blame. And when people get out of that, that's when a lot of your stress comes. Black men who want to be leaders, who want that true freedom, that comes with true accountability. You have to be accountable for yourself. You can't be looking at the black woman. You can't be looking at another black man. You can't be looking at this society, because if your actions is not producing the results that you want, then ultimately it falls on you. Yes, are there systems in place? Yes, their women are fucked up. Yes, their dudes are fucked up. Yes, some of the people in the community are fucked up. Ultimately, whatever lifestyle you choose to have, you can do it. There's nothing stopping you. The only person stopping you is you. So you got to want true freedom. You got to work at it. Just like in business, if you want true freedom from working for somebody, you're gonna have to put in the work. I was looking at on that other lesson, and I saw this guy before, and Sexy Red was talking about this. There was a guy. I first saw it on DJ Torch's live stream, and then I saw it on Sexy Red's live stream. There's literally a guy, got baby mamas everywhere, wanting to marry another guy so he don't have to pay bills, so he can cut his bills. I wanted to let that sink in a bit. There was a guy wanting to marry another guy so he cut his bills down. And there was a guy on DJ Torch live stream who was advocating for this. Well, not so much advocating, he could understand it. And then when a black woman came up here and said the other ways that you can save money, and not even to the point where you don't pay taxes. And don't get me wrong, it's work. God scoffed at it. And that's how most people are. You want the freedom, but you don't want to put in the work. And you want somebody else to put in the work. You want to hamper someone else down because you don't want the true freedom. To move the way you want to move, it takes work. And it takes time. Work and time. And a lot of people don't want to put in the work. And a lot of people don't want to put in the time. And so they have shortcuts. Staying on welfare. Scamming the government. Actually marrying another man when you are not homosexual. Just to save some money. That's the weak way out. You don't want to put in the work. You want a relationship where you could be free to do what you want, but then you want the other person to put in the work to make that happen. No, you have to put in the work. You want the cars and the clothes and wear what you want to wear, live when you want to live, but you don't want to put in the work. You want someone else to fund it. Which means you're beholden to that person. That means you are not free. A lot of people don't want true freedom. So if you want true freedom, the first thing you're going to have to be is dependent on yourself as much as you can. That means you're not dependent on women for your happiness. You're not dependent on other people for your happiness. You're not dependent on people entirely financially. That means some of you dudes who homosexuals, gotta stop that. And you solely depending on your job to sustain you might need to look in investing, putting your money other places. You can't be looking to other people to take care of you out here, because then you'll be beholden to them and you're not free. You must strive to be as close to freedom as you possibly can until the day you actually achieve it. Well, no, I don't have to work for nobody. I can just live and do what I want to do. Because that's ultimately true freedom, is doing what you want to do, living a life that you choose to live. But you can't do that if you're beholden to someone and you want to blame somebody. It's not going to work. You never achieve anything. You want true freedom, you're going to have to work for it. And when stuff goes wrong, you got to look at yourself in the mirror and say, look, this was me. I did this. And that's going to be a mark of, for some of you guys who want that women to respect you and want them to follow you. Well, the first thing, you got to be accountable for yourself. If something fails, it falls on you. If you can't do that, you'll never get true freedom. You'll be always looking for a scapegoat. You're always looking for someone to blame. And that's never a good thing. Never. So, with that, I'm going to jump out of here. Like, comment, and subscribe. This is Brother Speak. And remember, black men, be powerful or be powerless. The choice is yours.